soon as I get this last bolt out. Now I'm hoping that this thing will come off without too much trouble, because everything else was going to bear so far. You got a little separation there. Now comes the oil. Now comes the oil. I got a pan there, but I have a feeling it's going to be everywhere. But that's whatever it's going to take. I'm going to attempt to slide this off. I'm not really sure what to expect here, because I haven't had one of these apart since about 1971 or 2. I'm not sure what to expect. Okay, there we go. Now I will have to separate that, because that's where the front pump is. This is just showing the gasket. Alright, I've just removed this snap ring from this end here. This is the front cover, front pump assembly. And this shaft comes out then. And as you can see, there's a sealing ring there, there's a sealing ring here, and one here. The splines look good. All the bearing surfaces and bushing surfaces so far have looked really good, which is a big plus. And there's that groove where that goes there. Remove the gasket. And I'm going to remove all these bolts, which the tabs are bent over on. I just bent those over and take those out. There's also sealing rings right here. So, get this out of the way here. And I believe this cover will come off. It does have a, here we go. This is the front pump. And this pump is very critical, because this is the initial pump that starts the fluid pumping for all your pressures. And I believe once you get up to 35, 40 miles per hour, I can't remember the exact speed, there is a rear pump in the transmission that then takes over. But this one is the one that if it's not in good shape, it's going to sit there a while before you're going to get any pressure. And that's a common sign of having a failed front pump. Boy, that looks like it's in really, really good shape. Another important thing is right here is if there's any wear on this front cover. And you don't want any wear on that front cover. And what you can do, if you've got a little bit of wear, you can take this on take a large block of like a pane of glass and use either some abrasive material or some wet and dry sanding sheets, and you can smooth those up and get it flat again, so you got a new surface. And this one looks actually really good. You can just barely catch your fingernail a little bit on that inside edge, which I wouldn't consider to be too bad. And I believe that this should come off right now. And you have to get a little pry bar under it there. It's not wanting to come off on that side. gasket's sticking pretty good on there. Let's see if I can get it now. Not really cooperating too well here. Does not want to come up. There we go. Carefully slide it off of there. There's the back side, the sealing surface. Set that over here. And here's the gasket. Pop that off of there. Very important to save these old gaskets so you can match them up with the new ones to make sure that all the openings are correct. So it's an exact duplicate. So for some reason, whoever made them didn't punch a hole or something, you can be aware of that. And there's a check ball right there. And this is critical because if you're goofing around, you dump that out, and it doesn't go back in the same spot, the transmission's not going to work. So that's basically all there is to it. And then obviously this is going to need a good cleaning and inspection and before it goes back together. But everything really has looked good so far. I don't even think some of the bushings are going to have to be replaced. So very fortunate. So that's the front pump, gaskets, and etc. there. We're going to clean up some of that stuff and inspect it, and then we're going to move on to the next part of the transmission. Okay, a closer investigation of this front pump aluminum cover. I was talking about that ball. That ball, it does not come out. It's got a chamfered edge here. So that's one thing you can't remove. I mean, if the ball was damaged, you could probably cut that chamfer out, remove the ball, replace the ball, fix the seat, and then re-chamfer that if you had to. But I remember on some transmissions the balls actually fall out, and you got to make sure they get back in there. On this one, apparently they have made it so you can't get it out, or it doesn't fall out. So clarification on that. And just another mention on the front pump here. This relief cut here, and there's a little number 1 there, that goes out. And I believe there's also a little dot right there, and that goes out. Be critical that you get those back in the correct spot. And that pump looks really good. The only thing I'm thinking is on this wear surface here is possibly to lap this down. Put this on a flat piece of glass with some really fine sandpaper and lap it. So other than that, everything looks good here.